It's a last-minute booking.
When? For how long?
End of next week. For 3 weeks. Do you think you can put up with me for that long?
Is this it?
Yep. Look, Mum, at least let me come with you.
You move from this car, I won't be responsible for my actions. Now, what did you say his name was?
Evans, Barry Evans. Mum, please, don't do anything you might regret later, all right?
No, I'm afraid he's out for the afternoon. OK. Thanks awfully. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Mr. Evans.
Just a moment. If you'd just like to look through the details, you find everything, written on there.
OK, John. Yeah, it's a deal. Yeah, cheers.
Mr. Evans.
Yes?
Sorry, Mr. Evans.
Yeah, it's all right,
Pat
Sandra.
Butcher deals on wheels, Walford.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
It won't be a pleasure, I can assure you. You got any kids?
Yeah? 2 boys.
Me and all. My youngest, Simon, he tries hard, but doesn't seem to get very far. The other one's that idiot sat in a car outside. Now, Simon, although he gives me the odd sleepless night, he tends not to be too much trouble. The occasional birthday card, well, the odd begging letter, nothing I can't cope with. But him, that other one, he's got cat food where his brains used to be. He takes money. My money, and he gives it to people like you.
Me?
Yeah, con men.
I don't
You
quite...
can save your flannel for somebody else, love. You see, I've lived with a car dealer. I had to listen to it, day in, day out, for more years than any woman should have to suffer. That was until he ran off and joined the Foreign Legion. Now, there are those that think that a woman on her own is a soft touch. A lot of people have made that mistake, but only once. You see, my idiot son paid you good money for a car. I took a customer out in that car today. We got 3 miles, and the engine blew up. I don't want you to say anything, Mr. Evans. You see, this is by way of being like a telegram, a personal message, just so you know what's coming. Either you collect and repair that car free of charge, or refund the money in full, or by this weekend, myself and as many friends as I can muster will be parading up and down outside there, telling everybody that your cars have a life expectancy of 3.5 miles. Do I make myself clear?
As crystal.
Good. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a day for every mile your car travelled to think about it. I'll make that Friday lunchtime. Pleasure doing business with you.
What are you looking for?
Paying in book.
What for?
Sharon said that I had to pay part of the takings in every week to cover the standing orders.
Well, give the takings to me and I'll pay them in for you.
No.
I said give them to me.
No, I'm here for Sharon. I'll do what she says.
I'm warning you, Michelle. You cross me, and I'll crash you.
Yeah, all right, Grant. You're bigger than me, you're stronger than me. At the end of the day, I can't stop you doing whatever you want to do. But I ain't Sharon. You see, she loved you. I don't. You can't do to me what you did to her.
What I did to her?
Yeah, you destroyed her. You systematically tore her apart. It's no wonder she went with somebody else, anybody else.
She was a slut.
Oh, shut up. She was the sweetest, kindest person someone like you will ever know. She loved you. I mean, the reason that you're sitting there now with so much spite and hate and self-pity is because of what you did. You want someone to blame, Grant, eh? Someone to take it out on? Well, forget me. Forget Sharon, even Phil. You don't need to look any further than yourself.
And the second omnibus edition of EastEnders can be seen tomorrow at 4 o'clock here on BBC One.
Year's Day on BBC1. At 7, Romance for Nora.
What ancient magic plant?
Mistletoe. Now they use this gravy granules instead.
And at 8,
You must be sure his body is taken home. Would you like an ice cream?
At 9, a strange encounter for Victor.
This is Mr. Meldrew from next door, and his friend Mrs. Warboys.
Evening, all.
And at 9:30, Joanna Lumley, Kate Beckinsale and Stephen Fry head an all-star cast in Stella Gibbons' Cold Comfort Farm. New Year's Day on BBC1.
In 5 minutes on BBC2, a live concert from Whitehall to celebrate the great English composer Henry Purcell, who died 300 years ago this year.
This is Baker Street, where Sherlock Holmes put many curiosities under the microscope. But for one special programme, it will be the venue of an altogether different investigation. The case of the missing price tag.
Beer is worth £1,500.
Henry is worth nothing.
But to Elizabeth, they're both priceless.
Tune in to the Antiques Roadshow's Next Generation.
This Christmas on BBC1.
Across the water to 19th century America, now on BBC1, in the new children's series, Little Lord Fauntleroy.
You said 2 cents.
All right, mister. Hey, Dick. Hey, City. You tired? I guess I am. Just a little. Never mind. Sunday tomorrow. See ya. Bye, City. Hey, mister. You want your shoe shine?